Guys, in this lecture we are going to set up units in which we are going to create our plans, as well as we will save these software settings into templates so that we do not have to set up it again every time. Open AutoCAD. We will be presented with a start page. To start a new file, click on the start drawing thumbnail. Now before you start drawing, it's really important to choose the right units to work in, because if you choose a unit that a laborer or a site engineer is not used to, then it will create a headache for you later on, and ultimately you have to change the units of the entire sheets and resubmit the sheets to the client. So as we are doing a practical AutoCAD course, we will not do this mistake. So let's have a look at the unit system that is mostly used in India. Almost every residential house and small private commercial building construction work follows fit unit system. The laborers, the site engineers and the house owners in India are very familiar with this unit system. As you can see in this measurement tape, a fit consists of 12 inches, and further each inch is divided into 8 equal parts, and in local labor language terms, each of these 8 equal parts are called as a सूत. That is 1/8 of an inch is equal to 1 सूत. You will hear from labor saying that साहब एक सूत कम पड़ गया या 2 सूत ज़्यादा हो गया. So the smallest unit that we are going to deal with on such kind of sites is going to be 1 सूत. As professionals, we keep these tapes with us every time we visit a site to cross-check the measurements. I would recommend you to buy one of these tapes. It costs only ₹60. For young engineers, I would recommend try to measure general day-to-day objects of your interest present in your house or any of the construction site. You will learn a lot about the sizing of items through this. Coming back, on the other side, majority of government and high-rise building works nowadays are done in mm scale. The conversion factor of 1 mm to 1 सूत is like this. 1 सूत is equal to 3.175 mm. As you can see from the measurement tapes, 1 सूत is bigger than 1 mm. So mm scale is more precise. Hence it is used in official government and high-rise building works. Mostly in this course we are going to make residential building plans. So we are going to work in fit scale. We will only be using mm scale when we will make a high-rise building plan. Now let's see how we can set up this fit scale in AutoCAD. To open the unit window, you can either type a shortcut command UN and press enter, or you can click on application button, and from the drawing utility list you can select the units utility. A shortcut is always more convenient, so from now onwards we are going to use UN command to open unit window. Here you can see for length unit there are several units to choose from. For high-rise multi-stories building we will use decimal system. The architectural unit system is based on fit scale, so we are going to choose architectural unit for our residential plan. As discussed before, the smallest unit that we can measure is 1/8 of an inch, so we will choose 1/8 from the list. For angles, there are also a lot of options like degree, radian, decimal and so on. For building work, we use decimal degree for angle measurement, and the precision will be up to a single decimal. Leave rest of the values as it is and click OK. Looking inside the drawing space, we can see a user coordinate icon showing X and Y axis. This red line represents X axis and the green line represents Y axis. The intersection of these two represents the origin of this drawing space. We will learn more about the coordinate systems in the next lecture. Around this icon, you can see the entire space is filled with grid lines. Consider these grids as lines on a graph paper, which help us to draw graphs quickly. We can switch these grids on and off from the grid toggle button present on that status bar, like this. We can also change the distance between these lines along X and Y axis by right-clicking on the grid tool. Then click on grid settings. Here are the X grid spacing and the Y grid spacing. We are going to keep it 1 inch for both the axes for our convenience, and measure lines after every 12 boxes. Click OK to make the changes. Usually we professionals do not take help of these grid lines to make plans or drawings. We take help of these smart tools to perform our tasks quickly and with 100% precision. Just keep the grids on, as without grids the space feels empty and unpleasant to work in. Now if we do not want to set up units every time when we start a new project, we can save these software settings into a template. A template is a file that stores the user-defined units, software UI layouts, sheet layouts and many more settings in it, so that we do not have to set the settings again and again for every project. As of now, we are only going to save units and grid settings into this template file. As we progress along the course, we will keep on adding more settings to this file. In order to save it as a template, click on Application menu button and hover your cursor on Save As option. Click on Save As Drawing Template from the list. Give it a name My Architectural Template. A template has an extension of DWT, which stands for Drawing Template. Leave these options as it is and click OK. Now in order to see if this template has saved our unit settings or not, come to the Start page by clicking on Start tab. Click on down arrow of Templates. Here you can see now we have our template listed in the template list. Select it to open the template file. To check whether it has saved the units or not, type the UN window shortcut command UN on the keyboard and press enter. Yes, it has saved all the values correctly.